Hello my friends and welcome back. I'm Chiscool Gaming, and in today's video, sponsored by the makers of Age of Empires Mobile, I want to talk to you about the first KVK format. Technically, it's Empire versus Empire. It's your empire versus one other, and you actually invade each other's home kingdoms. Well, one invades the other, and we'll talk about all the details that we've seen so far from the test server in this video. And I do want to point out that everything I'm going to talk about in this video was in the Pioneer test server and is subject to change. However, I am really hyped for this event, and as the game develops, I'm sure they're just going to keep adding game modes where, hey, look, we've got like one empire versus one empire. I would love to see in the future many empires versus many empires. Who knows what we may get in the future? Here's what's on its way. The Mightiest Empire. This is a multi-stage event. It's an empire-wide event. And if you don't win in the early point accumulation stage, then your kingdom gets invaded by the other kingdom, and that is crazy. So let's go through some of the rules. I captured this footage earlier last week from the test server, and I'm just going to advance through this to some of the rewards, some of the rules. Totally wild, man. So if I swing on back here, first thing I want to talk about is the matchmaking stage. Who do you actually fight against? The matchmaking stage lasts for 24 hours. You can view the event rules, info on each side, remaining wait time, and reward details during the stage. Note, the rewards displayed are only a preview of some of the event's prizes, and if you don't have a suitable opponent, you'll receive a buy. All related features are disabled, and buy round rewards will be sent via mail. So they've got to find someone who's a suitable opponent, and I could talk about this for like hours, but I wonder if that's based on activity or power level or, I don't know, like merits. There's a ton of things this could be based on. I'm intrigued to see in what direction this goes, okay? Then you've got the preparation stage. So if you get matched, you enter in the preparation stage. There's a bunch of activities that take place here, and you can actually get a look at the enemy's kingdom. And there's a cross-border chat, kind of cool. Chat and add friends with cross-border players via the Mightiest Empire chat. Holy smokes. So let me just fast forward through here just a little bit. So when you do this, you get point rewards based on your personal and alliance total points. Note that the event points earned in a previous alliance will not carry over if you switch alliances. And medal rewards. Governors who reach the highest personal reward tier in each stage of the Mightiest Empire earn Empire Glory medals. Additional rewards are given based on the total medals collected. I'll show some things you can sort of claim with your rewards in just a bit. Victory condition. The outcome of the preparation stage is determined by total points of both empires. The timing for the war stage follows the victor's imperial city schedule. The winning empire gains a buff during the war stage and assumes the role of the invader, aiming to conquer the opposing empire's imperial city. Bro. Meanwhile, the defeated side defends their imperial city as its guardian. Holy smokes. This is, I think, very cool. All right. From here, there's the war stage. Right. So this is when you invade. During this stage, invasion camps will appear on the world maps of both sides. Players can cross over to the opposing map by relocating near the invasion camp. Cross-border relocation. Each relocation within the cross-border camp consumes a cross-border relocator faction camp. During this stage, faction camps will appear around the contested imperial city, each camp belonging to one of two empires. And players can relocate near a faction camp both before and after the imperial city opens. We'll get to who ports in when in just a second. So for the cross-border combat, cross-border battles are valid if the level difference between your troop and the enemy's troop is no more than 2 levels. This is really cool. I think it means you can't farm low-tier players. I think that's what it's saying. Points are earned by defeating or wounding enemy units in valid battles or by taking losses yourself in all cross-border battles with rewards based on unit levels. Imperial City pre-location. Or pre-relocation. 30 minutes before the Imperial City opens, members of alliances ranked in the top 3 during the preparation stage can relocate near the faction camps in advance. Imperial City contest. Once the Imperial City opens, players from both empires can relocate near the faction camps. Alliance members can attack and attempt to occupy the Imperial City. The victory rules are the same as the Imperial City Showdown, so what you have in your home empire, and the Imperial City Victory. The empire that wins control of the Imperial City will gain an extra 20% of the defeated empire's total points added to their total. So theoretically, you could maybe lose the Imperial City, but win the event. If the invaders win, their appointed king will rule both empires with authority to appoint and dismiss officials, distribute rewards, use skills. Wow. What? I don't know if that means you give separate buffs for each empire, or like if you pop a buff, it applies to both empires at the same time. But wow. If the defenders win, their king will only rule and manage their own server, while the invaders' Imperial City will remain without a ruler or officials and will be considered a buy round. Isn't that interesting? So you do want to win, period. Like you want to successfully either defend or invade. Okay. Cross-border conclusion. After the war stage ends, all camps will disappear from both maps, and cross-border players will be sent back to their own server. GG. Cross-border restrictions. Certain events cannot begin or progress while in cross-border status. Please keep this in mind. And there is a unit recovery stage, which is very, very cool. So you like slug it out and then you get some stuff back. So during this stage, players can recover units lost in battle against players from the enemy empire during the war stage. The recovery rate. Unit recovery has a base rate and a maximum limit. This rate can be increased through mutual assistance or by purchasing recovery tokens to recover additional fallen units. Mutual assistance, how does that work? During this stage, governors can exchange recovery assistance with allies and friends to increase the recovery rate up to a maximum limit. The way I've seen this done in games is that, like, you know, you can get the equivalent of like helped 30 times, and each time might give you 1% as an example. I've seen this style of mechanic a number of times, and I think it is a good mechanic. Event settlement. During this stage, the winner is determined based on the total points of both empires. So you can take the enemy's Imperial City, but still lose potentially. So there's probably some really cool strategies that go into this. All governors will receive participation rewards from the event via mail. Okay, wow. I mean, and if you don't recover your stuff in time, they will be issued according to your recovery rate and medal count, which is awesome. So, you know, look, I am hyped. First of all, for some PvP, but second of all, look, I think a part of what makes this genre fun is that there's stakes. And in this case, the stakes are pretty steep. Your empire gets invaded if you don't win points in the earlier stages. And then if you get invaded, you can have control of your Imperial City actually just taken. So you may be wondering, what are the stages? Okay, so I can show you that. And by the way, one thing I'll point to over here, I mentioned I'd talk about when you can port in. The rank of your alliance determines when you can port into the kingdom or empire you're invading. Number 1 can go 30 minutes early. Number 2 can go 20 minutes early. Number 3 can go 10 minutes early. Okay, let's find the part. Okay, oh, rewards. Ooh, I want to show you the stages, but also there are some really cool rewards that you can get here in the exchange for the Mightiest Empire. Of course, I'm interested in, you know, equipment, patterns, and the legendary medals, but let me show you these stages, all right? Here we go. So stage 1 is resource gathering. Pretty straightforward. I mean, you know, you gather what you gather. There's only so much you can do there. Stage 2 is unit training. This is almost certainly where things are going to pop off. And I think big whales are just going to go completely nuts. Stage 3 is tribal elimination, so battle tribes. Stage 4, speed up consumption. So this is a great time to do upgrades to your city. And stage 5 is a power increase stage. And at the very end, we get the total here. The total of stages 1 through 5. You can see that at an alliance level and, by the way, at a personal level, okay? And for rewards, each stage has pretty similar rewards for stage 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I think these blue things are the tickets that you use to recover your units at the end of the event. So there's certainly value to being ranked higher in a stage here. And if I cruise on over here, you can see, by the way, that it's kind of like a sort of Mightiest Governor. You get these crates, and within the crates, there are medals of heroes. And in this particular instance of the event, it was Ashoka and Justinian. All right. This is a lot like a Mightiest Governor, but like big KVK stakes and control of the empire at the end. GG. Here are also some tiered rewards. So everybody can go in, and if you get enough points, you can just unlock these things, and then you can use them in the shop. Very cool to see, man. And look, there's so much to talk about here for like what each of these rewards are and how you use it. The first time we get this event, we're going to really get a very good sense of like how all this stuff is going to feel and be. But there's also sort of a reward tier structure at the very bottom here. And I think this might be based on the number of this currency right over here that you have accumulated from the different stages, right? So you can see this currency as a reward, okay? And then you can see over here, getting that currency gives you some tiered rewards, I believe. All right. Now, what I want to do is really quickly just show you the map. Like, where can you invade in the enemy's kingdom? Let me show you. All right, here we go. The map, baby. I just took a look around to see like where are all the places where folks can spawn in. So there's the Imperial City Defenders and the Imperial City Invaders. And like, there's some places you can go. So the people defending their empire, like, I don't know, it feels to me all throughout the empire, you're going to potentially need people that can defend stuff. I mean, if every single one of these spots is a spot where you can actually need to defend and contest, wow. I mean, you've heard the expression, it takes a village. Here, it takes an empire, man. That's wild. So there could theoretically be a lot of attack vectors, and I sort of zoomed in to show you, like, what does this even look like? Looks like a flag, okay? It's a cross-border invasion camp. I don't know what happens to any existing territory you have in some of these spaces, or if the place where you can invade changes based on there being territory there. I mean, there's going to be a ton of questions that I've got about the way this event works, but big picture, I am very hyped. And as I said, something I would hope we get at some point in the future is going to be like multiple empires versus multiple empires, and sort of building land into a new map is sort of something that I really enjoy. So if you enjoyed the vid, throw a like on here and consider subscribing. If you want to get a discount on your purchases in game, you can use the official Age of Empires mobile store called Mightiest Buy. The link is in the description, and using my link will actually support my channel. And at the time of this recording, I believe it's through December 20th, there's a buy one, get one free deal going on for a bunch of vouchers. So someone asked in a comment in my prior video, so you're saying if I bought the buy one, get one free voucher at $100, I'd get a second $100 voucher for free? Yes. If that's how that voucher's labeled, that's how it works. And I bought every single tier of that thing, baby. So I got, like $290 or so worth of free vouchers. Anyways, I guess technically they're not free. They're 2-for-1 vouchers, but whatever. Big thank you to the makers of the game for sponsoring this video. If you want to see more detailed information about how to use those vouchers and the way that system works, card will be right over here in just a second. Alternatively, if you want to see who won the Imperial City and my empire, card will be over here. And until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies. Take care, everybody.